Rudy Gobert has won back-to-back NBA Defensive Players of the Year. Do me and Colin think that he's done enough to make it 3? Let's find out. Hey everybody, it's Jacob with Amateur Hour Sports, the sports show where we post an episode every single day. I've got Colin here with me today to talk about the NBA Defensive Player of the Year race.
DPOY.
Rudy Gobert, back-to-back winner. Do you think he is prepared to three-peat?
No,
No,
I do not.
No.
I don't think Rudy Gobert has done enough to three-peat.
But,
I think
he stopped the whole league. This guy's insane.
this guy did stop the whole league, and I mean, he might be the only person to ever do that. Who knows? But like, his season was still good. Like, I think he's my number 2 in this voting.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have a bad season per se. I think he had a better offensive season than a defensive season, like for his standards. But my defensive player of the year, dethroning Rudy Gobert and stopping the three-peat, is Anthony Davis. I don't think there's much argument over this. I think it's been pretty clear-cut, probably since the All-Star break. Anthony Davis has just been at least head and shoulders above everybody else. And you can just see that with the way the Lakers are playing. He's just a freak on both ends, and I think he has done more than Rudy Gobert has to impact his team defensively. And you could look at Gobert's stats and be like, well, yeah, he has more rebounds. Fine. It's just rebounds.
AD has more blocks.
AD has more blocks and more steals. That's one thing that I wanted to touch on. Mm-hmm. AD is averaging almost 2.5 blocks a game and 1.5 steals per game. That's what I really like. I really, really like the 1.5 steals per game, especially for a big.
That's nice.
That's very, very nice. But yeah, my pick is Anthony Davis. I don't see why anything else.
Yeah, okay. Well, looking at the defensive ratings, I don't really highlight much. I mean, Rudy Gobert is 103, AD is 101. Obviously, you want a lower defensive rating. That just shows you the amount of points you're going to allow over 100 possessions. Lakers have been the third best defensive team in terms of defensive rating, behind the Bucks and the Raptors, actually. Utah Jazz are the 11th team in that regard, but those don't show too much. The blocks and the steals especially the steals, highlight how AD has been better than Rudy Gobert this season, because it's one thing to be able to rim protect like Rudy Gobert, and there's not a lot who can rim protect like him, but AD's got more blocks, and also AD doesn't need to defend the paint. He can defend the perimeter as well.
That is another thing I wanted to bring up. I think AD is more capable of defending all 5 positions than Rudy Gobert.
Yes.
If you put AD on Curry versus Gobert on Curry, I think AD would have a way better chance of holding his own than Gobert.
AD's got switchability. AD could guard.
If Gobert is out on an island against a guard, that's just
it's
good
GG.
night. It's GG.
But AD can guard any position on the court, which is great if you're especially looking at defense.
Yeah.
Like, if you want your defensive player of the year, I want the guy who's guarding all
guard
5.
any position.
All 5. And he's also tremendous in the paint, like his adversary, Rudy Gobert, in this regard. That's why I think AD, I mean, it's kind of been, the season has been around how good the Lakers' defense has been, and it's no secret that AD has been a huge part of that.
I agree.
I don't think there was really a ton of debate in this. Like, Rudy Gobert,
you could make a case for Giannis. I mean, you could have made a case for Giannis for the past 3 years. That would just be insane if he would win Defensive Player and MVP. I
wonder who the last player to do that was.
I don't think that's out of this world to say. Like, considering some websites have him like 3rd in the ranking for Defensive Player of the Year. And hey man, if you want to give Giannis Defensive Player of the Year, I probably wouldn't be upset with you. But I think it's got to go to AD, in my professional opinion. I'm
looking at players who have won both awards in the same season. Apparently Michael Jordan, Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robinson, Gary Payton, and Kevin Garnett have all done that feat. Wow. So a pretty elite class. Maybe Giannis could one day. I mean, Giannis has the best defensive rating in the NBA. His defensive rating is 96.
Yep.
And his blocks aren't there and his steals aren't there like the other guys. 1 block, 1 steal a game.
Yeah.
Exactly. So AD has 2.4 blocks per game. A little bit of a worse defensive rating, but maybe that's just because he doesn't have the length and athleticism that Giannis has. That might be why.
Yeah.
I could see Giannis, maybe in the discussion, but I think for me, AD has been, a testament to how great the Lakers have been on defense. I think he will just oust Rudy Gobert, although I don't think the voting is going to be close when it's all said and done. I think most people recognize this. Yeah. Also, it's very rare to three-peat an award. Like, NBA gets a little bit tired of giving the awards to the same person, right? Yeah. So, because of that,
I think it'll definitely be AD.
Because of that, AD
is due for an award. This is his time, I think. Not anything against Gobert. He's still he's probably still one of the best players.
Everybody thought Kawhi Leonard was going to stop the LeBron-Giannis final, but it was actually Rudy Gobert.
It was Rudy Gobert.
Stopped the entire
Stop
NBA.
anything. That guy can stop anything.
Who would have thought somebody could stop the entire league? We'll leave it there. Thank you for listening. Let us know what you think about the Defensive Player of the Year race. You can do so in the comments or on Twitter. Let us know. All the links are in the description. But thank you for listening to the Amateur Sports Podcast. Not really a podcast anymore. Next week, we're going to start putting out some videos instead of the podcast format. So stay tuned for that. We'll see you again tomorrow for another episode.